woman is a slave in Maryland who will grow up to lead more than 300 people out of oppression over the course of her life. As a teenager in the 1830s, Harriet dislikes her crewmaster and dreams of freedom. She also discovers that she has a special talent for sensing danger. Harriet is working with other slaves to harvest corn one autumn evening when she notices that one slave has stopped working. She knows something is up.
Tonight is my night. While y'all been towards the harvest, I will make a breakthrough.
Harriet admires her bravery, but she senses grave danger. She sees the overseer follow her. She hides herself in the cornfields and follows too.
He's after me, but I can hide in the dirt crossroads.
Harriet and the overseer both follow her into the store.
You better help me catch this runaway.
Instead, Harriet stands in the doorway as the runaway dashes out. She blocks the entrance so the overseer can't chase her.
I'll get you.
The overseer picks up a heavy weight and throws it with all his might at the escaping slave. He misses her, but it hits Harriet in the forehead. She has a huge wound.
Oh my God. Can our girl survive this? She's strong. She'll make it.
Harriet does not wake up for weeks, but her father's right. She survives. For the rest of her life, Harriet has a dent in her skull from the injury. She often wears scarves on her head to conceal it. Harriet does not forget the slave who got away that day. Like him, she yearns for freedom. She learns about the Underground Railroad, which is neither underground nor a railroad. It's a secret network of people, black and white, who help slaves in the South escape to the North. When she is in her 20s, Harriet successfully makes it all the way to Pennsylvania. She is a free woman at last, but somehow her freedom does not seem so sweet. She is alone.
Harriet knows she won't be happy until her family is also free. She hears her brothers are about to be sold to a plantation in the deep south. She has to act fast. Harriet risks her freedom and her life by going back to Maryland.
After a long and dangerous trip, Harriet arrives at her brother's cabin.
Harriet, you've come back. I've come to bring you with me to the land of freedom, but we have to leave soon. Harriet, it's freezing cold outside, and Master will surely hunt us down. We can't make it all the way north. I've done it myself, and I have friends along the way who can help us. We're supposed to be having dinner with Mom and Pa. They'll be wondering about us. We can't tell Mom about our plan. She'll start crying and screaming, and then everybody will know I've come for you. Why can't Mom and Pa come with us? They're very old and can't move. I'll come back for them when I can get a horse and a wagon. You mean we're supposed to walk all the way to the north? We'll go however we can. We will run through forests, sleep in bushes, eat berries, but we have to leave before tomorrow morning. Harriet, we have to tell our parents that we are running away. Let's go hide in the shed and get word to Pa.
Ma and Pa are in their cabin waiting.
Where are my boys? Why haven't they come to supper? Have they been sent to the south already? I don't know, Mom. It breaks my heart they're not here. What if they ran off and got caught? Let's hope they're safe.
A friend knocks at the door and whispers to Pa. The sniveler from Pa's cabin and arrive at the shed.
Pa ties a handkerchief around his eyes.
Pa, it's me, Harriet.
He grabs his daughter and holds her tight.
Children, I'll come out with some food for you. Can I bring your mother to see you? Except for her, she doesn't know where we are.
Pa, why in the world are you blindfolded? You know I don't tell any lies. When the master comes and asks me where my boys went, I can honestly say I did not see them.
Pa squeezes Harriet's hand.
Pa, I promise I'll come back for you soon, and Mom.
It's late at night. Harriet leads the group through the woods.
Harriet, it's so dark. How do you know where we're going? Look up there in the sky. That's the North Star. We can use that star to guide us.
After walking all night with little food and no rest, they arrive at a house with green shutters.
The group hides in the bushes. Harriet knocks on the door.
Who is it?
Harriet says the secret password.
A friend with friends.
Please come in.
The group steps steps into the Huns' warm kitchen.
You must be tired from your long journey. We have food for you and a place to lie down. You can rest here all day. 2 days to cross during daylight. We are so tired. Thank you for your kindness.
As soon as night falls, Ezekiel loads the group into his wagon.
He covers them with blankets and piles of fruit and vegetables on top to hide them. He drives them till it's almost light.
I must turn back here. Later, watching me too. Follow this road to reach the next stop tonight.
Hours later, they are walking next to the road. Harriet senses they are in danger.
We must stop here and cross the river. That's the wrong direction. It's freezing. I won't get in that freezing water. You're crazy. You can't go back. None of you. They will whip you and make them tell you how we got away and who we stayed with. You will put us all in jeopardy.
She's right. We have to stay together.
Come on, follow me.
Harriet starts to walk into the river. The water rises to her ankles, then her knees. Soon it's above her waist.
Harriet gets scared and the others stand on the bank watching in disbelief.
Harriet! Harriet, we're going to drown if we follow you.
But Harriet has faith. Even when the water reaches her chin, she continues. At last, the river becomes shallow again.
We'll be safe over here. Let's sleep in the tall grass for a while.
The next morning, they find a path that leads them back to the road they were on the day before.
Look! The patrollers have been here looking for us! How can you tell?
The grass has been trampled by horses.
Look at these cigar butts! Harry, if we hadn't crossed the river when we did, we would have been caught.
After traveling for weeks, Harriet's group arrives in Pennsylvania. They go straight to the Anti-Slavery Society.
Welcome to Philadelphia.
We are mighty happy to be here.
I am sorry to say that even though you are in a free state, you are not yet free.
Why is that? Because the fugitive slave law has been passed. Any runaway slave who is caught, even up north, can be arrested and sent back south. Where can we be truly free? I will lead you all the way to Canada.
Harriet brings her family safely to Canada, where they live the rest of their lives as free people.
Harriet becomes a conductor on the Underground Railroad.
She repeatedly sneaks back to the south to lead groups of slaves to freedom.
Slaveholders angry that their slaves keep escaping offer $40,000 for Harriet's capture, dead or alive. That's equal to $800,000 today.
Harriet, tell me more, dead or alive?
But Harriet is not afraid. Even though her parents are own people, she is determined to bring them up north.
She sneaks back once again to the plantation in Maryland. A large sunbonnet hides her face and she walks hunched over. Suddenly she sees Doc Thompson, her old master, coming toward her. Harriet quickly lets go of the chickens she is holding. They start fluttering and squawking.
Old woman, we best get those chickens rounded up.
He doesn't even recognize her. Harriet breathes a sigh of relief and approaches her parents' house.
Who is it? It's Harriet. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. I've come to take you to Pop North. I don't know how we'll do it. My knees and back are aching all the time. I can't walk so well. Where's Pop? He's locked up in the chicken coop for helping another slave escape. Don't worry, I'll get him loose.
Harriet waits till nightfall and sneaks over to the chicken coop. She pries open the door.
Ha! I've come for you.
Oh, thank you, my area. I don't know what the master is going to do to me.
Quickly, we need to get a horse.
Oh, Dollar Maid was put out to pasture. Let's take it.
I saw him on board by the cabin. We can bring up some wheels to it.
Harriet and her father build a makeshift carriage.
This is too dangerous, Harriet. We're sure to get caught. We have to try. Don't you want to be free? That I do.
The time will go.
Harriet drinks a shawl over her head, and rides with her parents to the railroad station.
How are we going to get on the train, Harriet? We walk right on and act like it's supposed to be there. Maybe they'll think we're free riding.
What would we do if we get more suspicious?
Then we get off and head south for a while. No one will look for escaped slaves on the train heading south. Don't fret, boy. I've done this many times before. Harriet, I'm done my soul with praise you.
Harriet brought her parents safely north, but her bravery didn't end there. Harriet was one of the few women to fight in the Civil War. She carried a rifle and commanded a band of 9 men who were all spies for the Union Army.
After the Civil War, where slaves were free, Harriet founded several schools for ex-slaves in New York. She died in 1913 at the age of 92.
This concludes our Reader's Theater. Thank you for watching.
Sebastian Alvarado, narrator 4.
Harvey Coleman, narrator 5.
Karina Baez, narrator 6.
Jasmine Sandoval, narrator 7.
Byron Connolly, narrator 8.
Christian Preciado, narrator 9.
Angela Castaneda, Mom, Harriet's mother.
Carlos Garcia, Pa, Harriet's father.
Miss Murphy, the overseer.
British Pierre, William Slade.
Clayton Futo, Benji, Harriet's brother. Christopher Alston, John, Harriet's brother. Michael Steigerwald, William, Harriet's brother.
Blake Barbara, Ezekiel Quaker, what runaway slaves.
Danielle DeLong, Eliza Hunt.
Gaylyn Deverson, Mrs. Still, Secretary of the Anti-Slavery Society.
Matthew Woods, Doe Thompson, Harriet's older